What's up everyone? Alex here. May 2020 has come and gone, and admittedly, things didn't end quite so good, to put it lightly. However, that's not to say that nothing good came out of the month. As the idiom goes, you have to take the bad with the good, and before you look it up, this is actually how this was originally phrased. As one member of our community said recently, they thought that the pandemic would actually slow them down from getting games into their backlog, only to have more games to play than what they have time with. Before we begin, I want to quickly go over a few changes to Backlog Wrap-Up. Moving forward, I'll only be making one video per month. What this means is that if we're having a raffle that month, I'll be notifying you if you won via a pinned post and a follow-up reply to your comment. When you're notified, reply to either to claim your prize. Because I want people to be able to play the game right away, you'll have 48 hours to claim your prize. That said, we will be having a raffle this month, and the winner will be selected on Monday, June 8th. We will be raffling a North American PS4 key for Coffee Talk, thanks to the folks at Toge Productions and Brown Betty. I'll be talking about this game in this video, so if you haven't heard of it, you will soon enough. All you have to do is to tell me what you've been playing in May, as well as answer one other question. While you build your list of games you've played, let me give a little bit of context to this second question. By the time this video is released, I would have celebrated my 41st birthday. Birthdays have always been a happy time for me, and it reminds me of simpler times when we'd anticipate getting presents and gifts from friends and family all over. In case you're wondering if I wanted anything for it, the only gift that I ask from you is to share your favorite birthday moment. It could be an awesome thing that happened on your birthday, or the best gift you ever got on it. Either way, I'd love to read about it so we can chat about it. While you dig into your memory banks and find those hidden treasures, let me share with you the games I've played in May. It shouldn't be a surprise to you to see Odin's Fear Leifthrazir in this list. We finished a game in the beginning of May, and I've had to revisit it a couple of times to prepare for my review. Every single time I did, I'm reminded of why I love this game so much, and I'm toying around with continuing my New Game Plus playthrough just so I have an excuse to play around with the game's combos. In case you missed my review, here's a card that you can click to be taken to it. One huge hurdle I had to overcome, and still recovering from, is my toe joint injury. This is one of the many reasons why I had very little patience when playing through Utawarerumo no Prelude to the Fallen. I originally was going to review this game prior to its release, but my injury occurred and it was very difficult to move around the house as it would give me sharp pain every time I tried to walk. That said, I am planning to post a short impressions video on the game in June, so if you've never heard of the game and are curious, you'd at least have that one to look forward to. Thankfully, Hatsune Miku Project Diva Megamix arrived shortly after, and given that that one was on a Nintendo Switch, I could easily play it while resting and still write things down on my notebook to take review notes about it. As I mentioned in my review, this is my first ever Hatsune Miku game, and my third, or fourth if you count Tetris Effect, music game I've reviewed on this channel. I loved getting lost in a vast library of songs I've never heard of, and it was a lot of fun exploring it. I've been told many times that this game is just quote-unquote future tone, and I can understand some players' frustrations with that. However, my experience is vastly different because this is my first game in the series. And speaking from that, I felt that its portability was something that I welcomed openly, given my handicap at the time. Of course, I had to eventually walk through the pain and dock my Switch to try and get footage for my review, while having windows replaced in the house, therefore loud noises. But I think it came out great. If you missed that review, here's a card that you can click on. If you did watch my review, you probably saw a snippet of me playing Ikaruga on the Nintendo Switch. This is the first time I've owned this game, having skipped it when it came out on other platforms. There's not many shoot-em-ups that make me feel the way I do playing Ikaruga, and every time I play it, I'm reminded of the genre at its peak. I actually popped in Yakuza 5 on my PS3 for a quick moment in May, just so I can play through Haruka's minigames all over again. I do have Yakuza 5 Remastered, but I was so hyper-focused on playing through Haruka's scenario and not have to deal with Saijima's story in Remastered. Still, I had a lot of fun doing dance-offs on the street, singing Konan Janai for practice, and shaking fans' hands. Now, that last part did make me think though, can we grow our community to such a degree that we'd be able to do that? On second thought, maybe not. My hands can get clammy. I dabbled a little bit in Little Town Hero for a pre-release review on PS4, but I didn't get too far into it yet. I did at least do the battle tutorials, which made me understand how its developers managed to incorporate collectible card game mechanics into the gameplay. But I do think that the way they've structured the battles in this game so far felt more like puzzle solving to me more than anything, and that's not really a bad thing. Alas, I need to play more of this game to really share my opinion, and with a ton of other games coming shortly, I don't know when I'll find the time to go through this game. I want to quickly mention that I did play through a little bit of Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. A good portion of the community expressed their passion for the latter, but also expressed their disdain for the former. And frankly, after playing through a few hours of Lords of Shadow 2, I now get why it got the criticisms it did. Thankfully, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance fulfilled my need for some fast-paced action combat with the kind of absurdity that any Kojima fan would be happy to indulge in. Someday, I'll go back and finish this game. My experience is still fresh in my mind. The last game I played in May is Coffee Talk, and playing this was a sharp contrast to Utawarerumono at the beginning of the month. From the get-go, Coffee Talk draws you into its world, which is basically Seattle, but in a different world where mythical creatures such as elves, vampires, and werewolves are part of society. Unlike games like Valhalla, Coffee Talk is more focused on the story being told and its personal interactions, with you playing the barista. As with the mentioned game, you can influence the direction of the story by serving the correct, or incorrect, beverage. This is a perfect game to just chill out in and just take in the atmosphere, much like going to a coffee shop, either working on your own thing or going people watching. That said, I'm gonna serve up myself a nice cup of Virtual Joe and chill out for a bit. And that's all the games I've played in May. Now, it's your turn. Share with me some of the games you played in May, then share with me your happiest birthday moment or the best gift you ever got on your birthday. Post these thoughts in the comments below so you'll be entered in the raffle to win a North American PS4 copy of Coffee Talk. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and good luck with the raffle.